Alrighty, welcome back to Automotive Anatomy. And today I'm with a special guest, a very good friend of mine. His name is Miguel, who I've pretty much have known for a couple of years now. And hey, welcome to the channel, man.
Thank you. My name is Miguel Gonzalez. This is my 1994 Honda Accord two-door LX. Yeah, this is my very first car I've had. I actually got this back in 2010, and so I've had this one for about 8 years now. Right here we can see that I have a set of Racing Heart Type C's with an RL BBK for the CD chassis.
Okay, and what kind of rotor is that?
The rotor is actually a 350Z Brembo Edition rotor, and you have to buy a Fat 4 Customs bracket to be able to mount the RL to your stock, well, to the Odyssey hubs.
Okay, so you guys use the Odyssey hubs and knuckle.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a whole big mix-up of parts, but it works wonders. I've had it now for about a year. It's still working great, and you know, good things come from them.
Okay, because I know that you can do it with the Prelude as well, but this one's just a much easier.
Yeah, this is for the most part the easiest, most straightforward way to go about it. You can do it with the Prelude. There is various other options to go with, but this one was just easier for me. I had a buddy who had this available, and he sold it to me, so I went
okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And then here we have, we can see this is a 94, 95, but this bumper, like Gus had said, is a 96, 97. The only real difference is this portion right here and these extended corner lights right there. That's the main difference. We have a modded 94, 95 front lip on here. As you can see, just some trimming, some bolts, some nuts, and we're all set. For the front end, we have some JDM SIR black housing headlights with authentic Mugen grill there.
And you know, with the Mugen grill, those are hard to find, I'm assuming.
Yeah, they pop out every so often. I've seen them pop out once, maybe twice a year, regularly. They're sought after, and there's very limited amounts of them, so you actually have a hard time paying for them. Oftentimes they run anywhere 300-ish to 400-ish, depending on condition and whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what kind of tire size do you have? I don't know.
Right here in the front, we actually have 215 45 17s on 17 by 8.5, and if I remember correctly, the offset was 28.
Okay, 28. And then yeah, these window visors.
So these are an optional Honda Accord window visors. If we actually look through here, I don't know if you can see it this way. There's a little Accord insignia right in here.
And so again, those are the little details that how you can tell if it actually is, I guess, authentic.
Here we have a set of Honda of America badges. From my understanding, these badges came on the U.S. wagons that were actually made here in the U.S. and shipped to Japan. These badges actually came in both this silver finish and a gold finish. And I don't believe these were ever offered for any of the sedans and coupes that were made.
To only wagons.
Yeah,
okay.
From my understanding.
Okay.
Here we have a works rear lip that was actually modded to extend a little bit further so it can fit this exhaust here. This is a dual tip Sebring exhaust that was offered for the 92 to 96 Prelude, if I'm not mistaken, and it was actually modded to fit the Accord.
Oh, okay. And so how long have you had this car for?
I've actually had this car for about going on 8 years. I actually got it in somewhere in 2010. Can't remember exactly what time it was. But it didn't actually become mine till 2011 when I got my license.
Okay. Where did you pick it up from?
I actually picked it up from a local guy that we used to know. I used to work gardening with my pops, and he had it sitting there. We never bothered to ask questions, and then I was 16, 17. We were looking for a car for me, and we talked to him about it. He wanted us to pay, I think it was like $1,500 to $2,000 for the car. It was in great condition, but there was some steaming issues going on, or smoke coming out the engine bay. So we were able to say no at first because we hadn't taken a look at the car. And then once we actually got under the hood and took a look, it was just a radiator hose that was leaking fluid onto the engine, and it was steaming. So we actually bought it for, at the time, I believe it was $400. or 500, and then we went to AutoZone, bought the parts and some beer, and it took like less than 30 minutes to do, and $41, and that was that.
Cool, man.
Yeah, it's been running now for 8 years. It made a trip up to San Francisco, a few trips down to San Diego, Long Beach. I'm actually in Orange County, so some of these are quite far. Various trips over to the Inland Empire, and it's been going strong. Funny enough, most of my stories aren't that cool. The funniest one though was senior year back in 2011. I actually took this car to prom. I ended up winning some tickets to go to prom, and it was all very last minute. And me and my friend went, and on the way there, we stopped by to get some gas, and my car completely wouldn't start back up. And I had some issues with it, but I wasn't sure what it was, so I didn't really think it would happen during prom. And then it turns out that later I found out that it was actually my main relay that was taking a dump, and it just wasn't starting up. So we ended up just waiting there like 15-20 minutes for the car to cool off. I guess the main relay to cool off before we could go, and it was very embarrassing. But you know, ultimately, prom was fun, and I guess it's a good memory now of my car.
Now it's a good memory.
Yeah,
At the time, it was a headache.
It was a headache. Imagine my prom day, and then in a car, and then we're
full makeup,
yeah,
tuxedo. Okay.
And we're, you know, this is towards the end of the year, so it's hot as heck out here. So yeah, not a very good memory back then, but awesome memory to look back at now.
I know you are gonna be getting rid of this car.
Yes.
Can you share a little bit as to why?
I've had this car for a while, and I'm actually a registered dental assistant through California. And as of recently, I got accepted into dental school. So any and all future plans for this car at this point are non-existent. I ideally wanted to keep the car, and then just when I get back to it. But you know, the idea of just kind of leaving it sitting is, to me, is not a good idea. Just because I feel almost like I'd be betraying my car for just, you know, it's put up with me for 8 years, and then I'm gonna shove it aside in the corner. But I really want to sell it. Hopefully it goes to someone that is going to take care of it, enjoy it. Hopefully it's a big of a headache for them as it was for me, but it's a learning experience. It's great. You know, thanks to this car, I've met a lot of people in the car community. One of them being Gus. His car back there. You can see his car back there. Yeah.
The junk.
Yeah. And I've met a lot of people. I've met people from out of state. I've met people in different counties in California. I've done trips to various areas to meet these people, and you know, I want to give a big shout out to, of course, like I said, Gus, the forums, Honda Society, all the OGs who roasted me when I got on there, and made me feel bad at the time, but you know,
like everybody else,
with good intentions to make at least a presentable, good looking car, and you know, for the most part, I think I accomplished that. There was big plans for the car. Ultimately, I wanted it to be a full Mugened out, authentic car. I have, like you see, the grill. I had the half bumper. I have the skirts. I had an exhaust, a wing. I was just looking for
rear lip.
I have the header, and I had a lot of Mugen accessories. But you know, everything comes to an end, and I'm happy with what I did to it. I'm happy for everyone who helped me out. I'm happy for everyone who helped me get these parts, source these parts, or you know, and help me just put them on, or in everything in between, you know?
Yeah, well, I mean, for me personally, I hate to say this, but I hope you sell the parts, or I hope you sell the car and it goes to a good home. We all know that you're making the right decision going back to school. I mean, going to school. Yeah. But at the end of the day, this is going to be one of the best coupes that I've seen in person. So thank you, man. I appreciate your time, and best of luck with school, man.
Thank you.